Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to the Cupixel studio. Welcome to another live, and welcome to Summerween. Halloween in the summer. That's why we are
Decorated with those amazing sunglasses, right? Well, I also can't see. Now I can see.
It's a little dark in here.
Okay.
Well,
Here
we're
we go.
here.
We just did it for the fun of it.
Just for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I should have brought a lei. I was just saying to Elana, I actually have a bathing suit at my desk. I was going to change into it. Put some sunscreen on my nose, actually.
I wasn't planning
totally
I wasn't planning on a bathing suit in any occasion. Okay, so
Okay.
just making sure you know that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
I did want to wear a white sheet.
Okay,
Mom didn't let me. Mom did not let me.
Shirley, are you with us? She is.
Yeah, she is.
Yes,
Oh, it's a
she
little
is.
delay.
She definitely is. Okay.
My name is Hayley, by the way, and you are?
I'm Elana.
And Elana is joining me and all of us tonight to paint some ghosts at the beach, getting ready to catch some waves, hang 10, or no, because they don't have toes. So, use your imagination how this works. But basically what Summerween is...
Hang 10 is talking about your toes.
Yeah.
I did not know
You
that.
didn't know that?
I never really knew
Well,
it meant.
I am.
just figured
Thank
it
you,
was
Nick.
like-
Thank you. Because for me, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
And so this is all new.
Makes so much
Whatever
sense
you're
now.
going to be telling me, I will be like, yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have no clue.
Well, you do know, when I told you all my fun facts that I learned,
Oh, yes.
you knew all of those. So you don't have to pretend
Well,
when it
but my
comes to that.
memory is also, like kind
Okay.
erasing from time to time.
I'll
so
remind you.
just a reminder will be great.
Okay. Yes, hang 10, I believe, is because your 10 toes are like
sense.
hanging off the side of the board. Actually, before we dive in, no pun intended, I'm speaking a lot with my hands, so I want to share some exciting news in my personal life. If you joined me for the creative break on Tuesday, then this is old news to you, but I got engaged. I'm getting married. Very excited.
We are so excited.
Thank you.
Very excited.
Thank you. We could talk more about that
Actually,
in a little
all the company was there when she told us about it from Italy.
bit. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were not in Italy, but we were, unfortunately, but we were seeing her on a screen and screaming.
Yeah,
Really
that's
screaming.
right. A lad goes,
All
join
of
my
us.
Zoom. I'm like, are
Yeah.
you serious? Because I
Yeah.
can.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. I
Got
did.
really excited about it. It's really exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Amazing.
We'll talk more about it, but what we're doing today, Summerween, really quick. What Summerween is it's an excuse, for lack of a better word, for all of us who love Halloween so much to start celebrating it early. And we're seeing a lot of artworks that represent this kind of theme.
Very funny theme.
Yeah.
Very, very funny and cool.
And it kind of aligns with a trend that I've been seeing a lot, honestly, in the past year, maybe even 2 years at this point, where you put little sheet ghosts in your painting. So a lot of people will thrift old paintings and then they'll either cover stuff up or just add some little sheet ghosts in. It's very cute. You can take an existing painting, one that you've done a while ago, and maybe you wanted to add something to it after looking at it again, add a little ghost to your landscape painting. But I figured, let's all work from the same photo. We'll use a photo reference. We'll work from the same kind of composition. And we'll replace the two people that we're seeing in this photo with our sheet ghosts. So if you don't care to paint the ghosts, that's totally fine, because that'll be kind of at the end. Everything up to that will be a lot of, beach, sunset, perfect for our
Amazing.
challenge.
Summertime.
Summertime.
True summertime.
Yeah, so if you want to just
Yeah.
learn how to paint a landscape with a photo reference, or paint an oceanic scene from a photo reference, we'll be doing that as well. So
It's amazing. Yeah, it's definitely amazing. Amazing. And we are actually celebrating our the fact that we are now collaborating with Joanne's Fabrics.
yes.
Right? It's very, very special for us. And we are going to be using the following materials.
Yes, the
that maybe
Arteza
you
acrylic
wanna-
paints.
Yeah.
So let me get into materials in just a second. I will first talk, because are we live on Instagram?
We are.
Okay, so I'll give my spiel really quick and then we'll dive in. But first, Nick, why don't you say hello, and Shira as well.
Hello, everybody.
We got Nick on the cameras here today and Shira monitoring
She's behind me in the darkness somewhere.
in the darkness, monitoring Instagram. So if there are any comments or questions, because I believe we are live in multiple areas, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Joanne and Arteza and Cupixel.
I don't think we're on Joanne's at the
Okay.
moment. Yeah.
All right. Well, if you are joining us on Instagram, whether it be Cupixel's or Arteza's Instagram, welcome. We are live on the Cupixel app as well. We are going to be using the Cupixel app and our Smart Trace technology to get a jump start on this painting. We're going to trace a composition, and then we are going to kind of refer to it as we paint. And also on Spaces, the Spaces tab of this experience over here that Elana is checking right now.
Yes, we have so much going on
yeah?
over here. Yes, so
All
first,
right.
you're getting congratulated all over the place.
Thank you.
By Tinka
Thank
and by
you.
Carl Hammond.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, and oh yeah, and Tinka, no, I will not go with the tankini, but thank you. Thank you for the suggestion.
So funny.
Yeah.
So speaking of Spaces, Spaces is our community feature. So if you are joining us on the app, you can say hi, ask us questions, share your artwork with us throughout the process, and at the very end, your finished work. So my whole point of saying all that is if you're joining us on Instagram and you want to connect with us and you want to create with us, feel free to come over to the app. It's completely, this live experience is oh my
Free.
goodness,
It's
completely free,
Yeah.
and open to everybody. So if you do have questions or comments or anything as you're watching on Instagram, Shira will shout them out, or she'll do her best to answer directly to you. But that's my whole spiel. Materials.
Here we go.
We've got some paper plates. I don't know, I'm just going in what's right in front of me.
Yeah,
this is the least
paper
important thing you'll need.
plates.
Paper
we have
plate for our paints.
We have Arteza acrylic colors.
Yep.
In a variety.
Yeah, variety
of
You'll definitely
hues.
need some white. You'll
Yeah.
need some black. You'll need blue. You'll need brown. And I would say some yellow.
Maybe,
and
not
then
necessarily. Yeah.
whatever other colors you'd like to add to your ghost surfboards or the sky in the background. We're gonna have fun with it.
Pencil.
You need your pencil for tracing.
Yeah.
In addition, your device stand, your Cupixel device stand. We're ready to go for tracing. If you don't have a Cupixel
Device stand?
Cupixel device stand, thank you. You can use like a tall cup. Just place your phone flat on top. And trace that way. We also have, this is optional, but I recommend using a black permanent marker, a fine point, to trace our figures here so they don't get lost as we're painting, because they will quite literally be like the last thing that we add in. We've also got, of course, our canvas, 8 square inch canvas panel. You can work larger or smaller, it's totally up to you. I would say the bigger surface area you have to work with, the easier it'll be to get in those details, but it might take you a little bit longer. So totally up to you. We do have an eraser and a sharpener just in case. And then for some paint brushes, we have a variety. I've got some from Artsmith.
And
you've got some from Arteza.
Some Arteza. Yeah, I have 3 brushes from Arteza.
Yeah, I'd say
also.
you need a medium-sized flat one. Yours is flat, mine's a little angled, that's fine.
Yeah.
A medium-sized round one.
Yeah.
And then a small roundish one for some detail.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Oh my God. We are already 2 ghosts.
I know.
I can't believe it.
Which one's which?
Oh my goodness. I'm the one with the flower.
Fine.
I took it.
Fine.
Yeah, but you can be also the one with the
I'm
flower.
taller,
it's
though. I'm
fine.
taller.
Yeah, you are taller. Unfortunately, this will stay forever this way. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Also, a cup of water and paper towels.
Yeah, don't drink that. I always say that. Please don't drink
I've
that,
done this
right?
before.
Yeah.
I've done this
yeah.
before. I've mentioned it before. Okay, friends, let's dive right into tracing. Tracing is going to be super, super quick. If you are new to the tracing technology, take your time. What I'm going to do is go to the artwork tab in the gallery. We have this surfing couple photo here. We'll select that and we'll head to trace. And I'm going to use the wide angle camera feature so I don't have to extend my device stand. And here you just see a projection because the app was able to recognize my drawing
Four
surface.
corners.
All 4 corners
Yep.
visible in frame of the camera with a contrasting background. That's why we have this black paper. The app will find your surface, superimpose your image or whatever right onto it. So from here, I'm just going to be looking at the photo. I'm going to work from the photo, and I'm just going to mark certain things. The first thing being this horizon line. You can have your transparency bar
get your
at an
transparency.
area that is comfortable for you, but doesn't need to be perfect. There's a lot of detail in the water and in the rocks, and we are just going to ignore them and have fun making our own detail with color. All right, so the horizon kind of falls behind these guys a little bit, but I'm going to trace first and foremost the surfboard. I'm going to keep both of my ghosts ready to surf. What's fun about this kind of artwork or this trend, I guess, you can get creative with it. I mean, like with anything in art that you do, you can get creative, but you can have your ghost doing anything. Maybe they're not going to go surf. Maybe they're deep sea fishing, or maybe they're maybe these aren't rocks. It's the sand, and they're laying out on a towel or on a beach chair underneath an umbrella.
So Hayley, no feet. This is what you said.
So let me show you.
Yeah.
Since
so
I'm right
how
here.
do you actually? So you started with the surfboard.
Yes.
I started with the image.
So what I'm
Okay.
gonna do is, because I'm not drawing and painting these as people, I'm not
Yeah.
going to trace them as such. I'm just going to kind of mark certain things. So first things first, we want to give our little ghost an arm. So I'm going to mark that. It doesn't need to be perfect. I'm not even going to finish tracing all the way
I
down.
actually already did some
That's
of the
okay.
head, but yeah.
That's okay.
I'll follow your direction as we go.
We'll give him a
Okay.
slight shoulder, and then we'll kind of just, let me bring my transparency down, round out around the head. And then instead of kind of giving him a neck or anything like that,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go straight down.
This is why you need an eraser, although
Yep.
I don't like to use it, but
And then I'm giving him a less
this
defined head as
situation,
well.
less defined head.
Yeah, so
yeah.
kind of like connecting the shoulder to the head a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I'm just going to kind of just mark the legs, the stance of the legs. We're going to make it wider because these are sheet ghosts. So this is stuff you can fix and edit later after tracing. But moving on to the second one, I've got this ghost is going to be in front of the surfboard. So I'm just going to quite literally create this really simple hot dog shape almost that we will definitely edit. I am going to kind of define her arm a bit, so I know to add some shadow there. The ghost little arm
So
holding the
I'm
surfboard.
actually planning on having my ghost carry something. So
Okay, what are you carrying?
And I think that she's going to carry an aquarium instead of a surfboard.
Oh, okay.
So maybe
Little
I'll just
fishbowl?
put her a fishbowl. Exactly, not an aquarium. She's not able to carry an aquarium, right? Okay,
can
so
do whatever she
fishbowl. And so I'm just gonna make 2 lines that are sticking out here, and then create an oval shape and make a nice fishbowl that I just added to the image. Okay.
Did she catch the fish?
And yeah, and there will be a fish in it. There will be a fish, and the fish wants to go free. So, you know, so this is why she literally brought him in. It's a very nice goldfish. And here it is.
Beautiful.
Okay.
All
So
right.
approximately like that. And it's so excited about going back to the ocean. So I want to bring him back
Very
there.
nice.
Okay.
So you're done tracing your ghosts and the
Yes.
things they are carrying.
Okay.
So when it comes to the rocks down here, simplify, simplify, simplify. So you could quite literally make it so that they're just standing on one massive rock. Or you can create little layers of rocks. So I'm just tracing the, I have to bring my transparency down quite a bit for this. Just tracing the, kind of like the silhouette of all of these rocks. And then maybe I'll just kind of create like a layer in the front. So if you see any areas where there's like a separation, a line, it might be hard to see, but if a separation between light and dark, that indicates maybe there's another rock there. So I'm just going to
Maybe you can also shade it,
yeah.
right? It can help you later. But it definitely is something that is so, you can be so inaccurate and so inventive with this.
With the rocks.
Yeah.
See, rocks are something, rather,
Yeah.
that were so hard for me to understand how to paint them. But
Yes,
that
it's
was
very
also
hard
another
to paint.
thing
Yeah, it's
that
hard.
if you're
when you-
looking at these rocks and you're trying to paint these rocks accurately, oh my gosh.
It's going to take you
Oh
a
my
very, very
gosh.
long time.
It's going to send you straight into an
Where the
asylum.
ghosts are.
Correct. Yeah.
Right? This
Correct.
exact-
You'll be a ghost by the time you finish painting.
Yes,
So
yes.
it clicked for me really recently how to paint rocks. And I will share that with you when it comes time to it. But if your technique is shading,
I'm
so you're just looking
shading.
for areas where there's
Yes, I'm just looking for dark areas, not really minding the lines. And that's about it. I don't remember even what I did, but it's approximately something like that.
So I'm gonna assume that they're just standing on one big rock that has some kind of separations in them, and then there's some rocks in the front. So that's how I'm simplifying it.
Very nice. Yeah, so we have two techniques here.
Yep,
One that goes for the shadows, one that goes for the outline.
for the shape, yeah.
It's very cool.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
So
What do we do with the ocean?
I am leaving the ocean. I'm not doing any detail in the ocean. We can kind of create that with color and shadow and light.
Sounds good.
So that'll be a little something that we can all learn together. I'm going to put my device stand to the side. Actually, Nick, could I leave the phone here or here somewhere?
Do you want it to be seen?
Just in case I refer to the photo for anything.
I would say then just put it just off to the left.
Off to the left.
Let's see here.
Oops.
Like, okay, it isn't seen, but I can show it pretty much at any moment if you need me to.
Okay. All right, so before we even get into painting, how are Spaces comments going?
This is what I'm trying to see.
Sometimes
and
you have
my
to leave.
phone is for a second stuck. I see a singular comment. That's all.
Okay.
So my
I'm gonna
phone
address,
is not a. Yeah.
I'm gonna
don't
address
rely
some
on it.
comments really quick. Carrie is here. Hi, all. Getting my stuff together. Was playing Zelda for a bit. I love you. I love Zelda. Are you playing as Zelda or are you playing as Link? What Zelda game is it? I used to play the Zelda on the GameCube all the time. Didn't even know what I was doing.
Any idea what Zelda is? So maybe it's about time that I will understand.
Well, it's just a video game, really.
Ooh,
And
okay.
in the Nintendo
Okay.
world. And
So is she
I play as
Zelda?
Zelda all the time when I play Super Smash Brothers. So, Elad says, hey, good to see you both. You as well. Father.
Great to see you, Elad.
Tinka said, Elana, you go. Yep, Tinkini. Hello, everybody. Congratulations. Congratulations. Thank you guys so much. Tinka said, OMG, we've got all of our Halloween stuff at Joanne Fabrics, including an 8-foot talking skeleton. I know that skeleton because I saw it. I went to a Joanne Fabrics with Elad, an expo last year, and they had the 8-foot talking skeleton. I have a selfie with it. I want it.
Okay.
Carrie said, I'm using the Cupixel acrylic since I don't have much else for that kind of paint. That is totally fine. You'll have pretty much everything that you'll need in that palette. Donna Marie says, hi, hello.
Hello, Donna Marie. Great to have you with us.
Yes, as always. And then Bobo said, hi, y'all, just got home, so I'll just watch tonight. No worries. You can create with us tomorrow, and this is up as a replay or whenever you would like. Whenever time allows, but happy to have you here just hanging out and chatting with us.
Oh, and look at Tinka's work. It's so cool. She's ready. She's totally ready.
I like how you zoomed in.
Wow. It's
beautiful.
Amazing.
Beautiful,
zooming in.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Ooh, what am I doing?
So we've just got a few comments on Instagram asking about what the app is, the name of it.
Okay, go ahead, Hayley.
Okay, thank you. We are the Cupixel app. We are an app that combines content with augmented reality powered technology to enable art creation to the masses, make it accessible to the masses. So you don't need to have skill or any experience in art to get into it. We are providing you the tools, so the tracing technology, smart trace technology.
Yeah, we have this amazing stand to put your phone on with the materials that come together in different kits.
Yep.
So you have everything when you come to the app. You're able to get all of this to your home delivered.
The Cupixel experience
and
is what we like to call it.
You can find it at Joann's.
At Joann's, yep.
All the kits. And also, it's great for artists.
Great for artists,
It's great for artists as well.
Yes.
If you want to paint a really, really accurate photo or an accurate portrait of a person,
absolutely,
a dog, and another animal.
I mean, I use the app in my personal life.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no turning back.
Do you sleep with it also? Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I fall asleep actually watching my own videos.
Yeah. Isn't it?
Totally kidding.
Yeah.
Anytime someone plays a video here and it's me.
It's
shut it off.
Yeah, it's hard. It's really a hard experience to watch.
Yeah. Well, I hope that answers your question. You can come to the app, explore all that we have to offer. We have thousands of artist-led experiences with different mediums and themes and subject matters. So there's something for everyone. We go live twice a week, once on Tuesday afternoons for a quick creative break, and once on Thursday evenings, where we do a full painting together. So speaking of the painting, let's get into it because we're almost at the half-hour mark.
Okay. Good that somebody's watching the time. Okay.
I'm going to use the fine point side of this permanent marker, and I'm just going to first outline my surfboards.
Okay, and so for those of you who want to adjust your images before you outline it and make it permanent, this is the time. So for
I'm going to do the same thing with my ghosts.
I am actually going to make it thicker and maybe make it like a nice dress with some lines going over here. So it will start to resemble a very, very fancy ghost, right?
Oh.
Right?
That's like a ball gown ghost.
Right. Okay, and so the other arm, we need it to be holding it because she's not releasing it yet. Okay, so literally adjust everything with the pencil, and then you can go into the marker. Okay, this goes.
See, in my first example, I had them kind of floating on the rock. I think I'm going to bring the sheet all the way down this time.
I love the floating on the rock. Love it.
I'll bring the sheet all the way down.
I thought that it was so cool. Maybe I will have them floating this time, okay?
Okay.
How about that?
We'll switch.
Yeah, because actually floating it's more of a ghosty situation out there, you know?
That's right.
Okay.
You gotta sell it.
Well, she's going to be completely petite, and this way I will feel so connected to her that, oh my God. Okay, now I'm just erasing.
I like that you kept her feminine shape as well.
Right? She is so... And you said no feet, so I'm literally getting rid of the feet. And now I have this incredible downy creature. Okay. And now we can get rid of this. I think that's it, no? Maybe this hand is too tall. So let me just see, I'm adjusting the hands because maybe I made it, you know.
You're very thorough.
Yes, you know I'm a perfectionist. It's such a bad quality to have.
Yeah.
Really, it makes your life super, super cumbersome.
Oh, it sure does.
Right? Because you always think that there is something you miss, and then you need to add another layer and another layer with art. And
We're
so
our
please
own-
don't.
We're our own worst enemies when it comes to that.
Yeah.
I certainly am.
Yes, it's like judging and judging and judging
And also-
all the time.
This is like, this painting, the first sample I did, was the first time I painted an acrylic. Well, aside from the street art course, but it's the first time I've painted. Okay, well,
What?
I guess I'm lying. But the first time
You didn't. It's not the first time you painted with acrylic.
not
You
the
painted-
first time, but I'm saying in like a year, maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Oh yes, that's
So,
true.
I mean,
A-
aside
and
from the
by the
street
way,
art
it's
course.
because of the requests that we're getting all the time, right? Because
Yeah,
we want
watercolor.
people are asking for drawings and for watercolor mostly, right? Mm-hmm. And so we go by the requests. This is our
right.
holy grail, right?
That is right.
Okay.
I'm gonna get started with getting my paint out on my plate. Ooh,
Okay, I'm using
Yeah.
the other side of the marker, the thicker one, because eventually we're just going to it's going to disappear under the paint, so I don't mind. And she stole my plate. Okay. And she brought it back.
you're welcome.
Thank you so very much.
I've got a big glob
Okay.
of white on my plate because I'm going to be using a lot of white as I go, but I'm gonna start with the sky. I'm really just gonna start with the background, so the sky and the water. Then I'll move to kind of color blocking the ghosts. Then I'll go to the rocks, and then we'll finish with the ghosts in the surfboard or your fishbowl or whatever it is that you are creating.
Yes.
So I have some sky blue. I'm gonna get a little bit of sky blue on my plate. And then I also, looking at the photo, we've got a very clear blue sky, clearly a very sunshiny day. And now we're not
Sunshine
going for anything
day.
realistic, obviously, because we're painting ghosts. But
I thought ghosts were realistic. Like
don't get me
real.
started because I genuinely
Real.
think that, I mean, energy
No?
cannot be destroyed. So where do you go afterwards, you know?
Exactly.
That's just me.
Right. You go to the beach. Right, you go to the beach.
Go with a goldfish.
Correct. What am I saying?
You were talking about the reality of ghosts
Yes,
being
we're
real.
not going to. Looking at this photo. So this is for those who want to learn what to look at when you're referencing a photo. If you're trying to recreate the kind of the color scheme without replicating the color scheme. Does that make any sense?
Yes.
Basically,
Yes.
all I'm saying is what I'm looking at here is that the sky is dark in this corner and it gets lighter and lighter. Lighter and lighter.
Sorry.
Tad much?
No, I said down to begin with.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Too bright. Now it's just invisible.
That good?
Good, yeah.
All right, so this tells me, this light side of the sky, this tells me that they're kind of facing the sun, right? So I'm gonna make my sun
On the
kind
right.
of slowly starting to set, And so instead of just doing white here, I'll add some pink, maybe some yellow, make it look like the sun is just starting to set. And that way, my white sheet ghosts will pop more against the sky.
Yeah,
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Amazing.
So I'm gonna grab,
And I will go with yellow and orange,
I'm gonna grab pink,
probably.
and then I'm gonna grab this apricot color. Do you say apricot or apricot?
Well, I don't know.
Nick, what do you say?
Apricot.
Apricots.
Yeah.
And I love them so much. I love
apricots.
apricots. So, do you too?
Yeah, love
This
them.
is a very important information that you just gave me, because in my family, I'm the only one.
Really?
Yeah, who love apricots.
That's
So I've
fascinating.
got the photo. I'm just going to show it on the screen for a moment, so anybody who is curious can get the correct levels and colors from it.
Okay. Oh, the photo that we're using?
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna start just by kind of taking some of my white here and then dipping into this blue, mixing it, because even though it's a pretty light blue, I wanna make it even a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna start at this corner at the top here. And instead of kind of painting across, we wanna create some movement in the sky.
And I will start from the other corner,
Okay.
right? So we will not be exactly the same. So they can see a variety. But I do love the idea that the sky is diagonal.
And then I'm mixing, I'm mixing in white as I go. So I'm not cleaning my brush quite yet. I'm just kind of wiping off the excess blue and then dipping into white. But then eventually, you know, I want it to be just white so that I can blend those warm colors in. So just painting some white over here. Whatever little blue I have left on my brush, that is okay. And see, this is why we use the marker to go over our outlines.
Right. Okay,
I'm gonna mix in a little bit more blue.
I'm going with orange, and let's see where I'm getting with this.
And just filling you guys in, I'm using the very edge of this brush to create some streaks, some movement in the sky.
Yeah. That's also, you know, created with the diagonal
Oh, look at you.
movement. It goes there, right?
So are you gonna change the color in your
I'm
water?
just, I don't know. I'm debating. What do I want to do? Maybe I want to add purple here. Maybe.
It's very easy to get caught up in the sky.
Yeah.
Like I gotta force myself to move on eventually. So gonna do just that in just a second. After I fixate on it a little bit more, no. Okay, I'm gonna wipe my brush, dip it into some water to clean it. Go in with just the white again, right here in
It is
this.
so much
bottom
fun,
corner.
Haley.
Huh?
What a great experience.
This?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
I forgot how much I do enjoy acrylic. I was saying to, oh my God, I was saying to my fiance. Oh my God, it's so weird. I was saying to my fiance, that's so weird. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. When I got back into acrylic painting this week,
Yeah.
it was terrible at first. It was an adjustment. And if this just goes to show how important it is to
Not give up.
not give up. Oh my God, because I was this close.
Yeah. So
Not give
true.
up, and also to make sure you explore other mediums and tools. Like you could fall in love with something
So
like
true.
I fell in love with watercolor, and I was like, it was a monogamous relationship, you know? Like I couldn't do
Yeah.
any other paint. And so I was kind of kicking myself when I was painting this because I was like, oh, see, if I kept up with it, even just like here and there,
Yes.
this wouldn't be so miserable. But then I my second attempt at painting, I was saying to him, I was like, this is so
So much-
therapeutic
yeah.
and so much fun. It's just getting over that hump. So yeah, don't give up and explore. Always explore.
Don't give up, keep up,
I like that.
right?
I'm just mixing in a
Okay,
little
I
bit
got
of...
stuck with the sky, so now I need to stop. Right? Know when to stop. It's
Know
also
when to
very,
stop.
very
Yep.
important.
I'm mixing in some of
Said
this
Elana and
really
continued.
light pink and orange. Apricot, excuse me.
Apricot.
And Nick, what do you
Yeah.
say, apricot or apricot?
Apricot.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Huh?
I said I heard
Do you like it?
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He
My
did.
bad.
Yes, yes, he already said it.
Could you?
My bad.
If you ask me again, you're like, oh, my bad.
Nick, what do you say? Apricot or apricot?
Apricot.
Oh, that reminds me, actually, Nick.
What do you say? What do you say?
He's so scary.
Okay, mine is very apocalyptic. Okay, I like it this way, so I'm gonna stop.
The world's ending. Well,
Look at
there's
this.
ghosts at the beach.
Like what? I don't know. Okay. Where do
right.
we go from here?
We go to the water.
Okay.
We jump right in. So I find, I don't know about you.
Yeah.
You can do quite literally whatever you want. You don't have to be technical.
Okay.
I find that with the subtle tint of color that I have in the sky,
Yes.
it does not need to reflect in the water because it's not super bright.
I
Now yours, what are you gonna
see.
do?
I wasn't thinking about it, but now that you mentioned it, it's going to reflect in the water because I have no choice. Although, in this
You
image,
do have a choice.
yes, in this image, everything is possible because it's like
You have
we're
ghosts at the beach.
creating, like, yeah, whatever, right? Some of it can be in the shadow, some of it can be not in the shadow, and it's gonna be great.
It's gonna be just fine.
So, where is the? Oh, okay.
For my water,
That's the blue, and then
that's
I'm gonna
the,
take.
is that, no, that's pain gray. So it's
Is
like a
it?
really, 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 really
Let's try
dark.
to dilute it. Okay, yeah, but it is very, very dark blue.
I'm gonna use
almost.
it for my water anyways. So
Yes, it's
I'm
very,
gonna get
very
a little bit
cool.
of pain gray.
And
I'm also gonna grab
do this.
us talking over each other is so funny.
We're like,
Gonna grab a little bit of
like
phthalo and then some deep green. And I'm gonna mix those with some white for like the base color of my water.
okay. So for me, not creating a base.
You just go streaks,
I just
right?
go, yeah. I just go with purple first,
Okay.
together with some of the pain gray, and I don't know, something will happen there, right?
Something will.
Okay. And starting with the horizon. And yeah, it's a good idea not to wet your brush too much because that gives you a lot of freedom with
Streaks
with the streaks, yeah, with the paint.
You know what? I'm
itself.
gonna try. I'm gonna do streaks. I'm gonna do like kind of like a base coat of streaks.
like
first.
that,
Yeah.
no? Like maybe something like
This
that.
is why I wanted Elana to join me because, well,
So happy I'm here.
initially I was gonna do this acrylic painting and I was like, no, like like I was so scared. I was like, I need help. I need the support.
Next week you are going to support me.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
But I thought, even though I'm more comfortable, like I'm still excited to learn from you, your techniques. So I always like to make sure that, especially if there's like the light direction, I have more light on this side of the water. But again, it does not need to be that technical.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wipe my brush, excuse me, dip into some white.
Super exciting. Okay, and then let's bring some white in at the end. Also, it's nice to think about the color that you're meeting in a second with the rocks, right?
Yeah.
And how it's going to hit what you already painted, how it's going to meet each other. And I'm actually dotting it in It's easier than covering all the way,
Oh,
right? And then just adding a little bit.
I'm mixing
more.
in some dark color. So I mixed white with my blue-green mixture to lighten it. Now I just mix the same mixture, just no white.
Yeah, this green is really cool because this green,
Which one?
the
deep green?
deep green,
I love the
because
deep green.
it turns into aqua the minute you dilute it with white. So yeah, so definitely an amazing color to use. Okay, and then I'm just gonna add some of it as streaks again over here.
I'm gonna add some areas that look more green, some areas that look more blue.
Yes. And also, the amazing thing about acrylic that I think we often forget is that you can layer it, one layer on top of the other. Sometimes you need to let it dry.
Let it dry, because then you pick it up. I always explain it in this
Right.
way.
Yeah.
If you've ever painted your nails at home by
Oh,
yourself,
nice. I
right?
like it.
You know what
Uh-huh.
exactly what I'm gonna say.
Yes, yes.
If you go in with a second coat on your nails while your nails are
Not dry.
tacky, if they're tacky, which is like the in-between wet and dry,
Yeah.
it might appear dry, but then you kind of touch it and you add pressure and it's tacky, it smushes. So when you go in with another layer of paint, it picks up that first layer.
Exactly.
So
And sometimes you want that effect,
sometimes,
and sometimes you really don't. So you need to decide. And even if you go in and you decide, and then you change your mind, it's fine, right? You can always go back and layer another layer on top of it.
yep, that's what we did here,
Right?
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we're gonna do with the ghosts.
Exactly. Okay, now I'm gonna add a little bit of the streaks.
The water is another thing that I can get super caught up in. So like those really, the highlights in the water,
Yeah.
I can add those at the end. Nick, how does it feel to have acrylic back in the lives?
I like it a lot. Out of the little amount of painting that I've done, almost all of it's been acrylic.
And do you like
I like
it?
it a lot more than watercolor, yeah. I think the blending is much more intuitive
Oh, for sure.
and satisfying, and it definitely takes longer too, which I enjoy.
You think so?
For me, maybe, but you know what? I've been told that I use way too much paint, so that's probably why.
Yeah.
Acrylic
I
is
find
meant
that-
for that.
Yeah, I find that watercolor, it only takes longer because there's so much time not painting, so much time waiting, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yes, it does. I think I'm done.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on.
Right?
I'm moving on.
And then
I can
if
always
we
come back
want
to it.
exactly, we
Oh,
can
that's
come back
fun.
to it,
That's
right?
fun.
We can come back to it.
Look
And
at
I'm
us, the
changing a
polar
brush.
opposites here. Yeah, me too.
Right?
Me too.
Okay.
So before I get into painting my rocks, I'm actually gonna color block my ghosts. So just paint them with white.
Oh, okay. Good
because
idea. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it can dry
Yeah,
and
'cause I
then
don't
you
want
can
to
layer
see
it
any
again.
of this blue shining through. So actually, I have a smaller round brush I can use.
And really, really don't wet your brush. And
I
also,
always-
you can add some of the dark.
Oh,
the
already?
paint. Yeah, you can do it already now, like knowing that the shadow is coming from the back, maybe, right? Because we still have some sun. And then you can always go back and make it whiter,
That's true, yeah.
right? And it saves a lot of time. acrylic is remarkable, really.
Yeah, I get it.
Right?
I get it. Yeah.
Totally.
When you guys have a moment, let's check out spaces.
All right, we'll do that right now.
We have
Oh, Carrie.
here.
So funny and fun. I'm trying to stay booba. Sorry, Elana. Very booba. I love it. I love that you gave them mouths. Very cute. I was going to add
Yes.
sunglasses to mine at the end.
Wow.
Very cute. Comment. Love this. LOL. It is. Kiki booba. I love it. I got a couple of comments as well. Let me see. Carrie said, I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom Zelda. I haven't played Super Smash Bros. In a while. If there's a way that you can play online, like if you can play with friends, I'm surprised I haven't thought about this, Carrie. Let's play a game.
Wow.
Dingus Khan is here. Dingus and
Hello,
Julie, her.
Dingus Khan.
Her.
Yes.
Hey, ladies. Hello. Hello, Dingus and Sister Julie. Tinka, we named ours Bart, and he's on sale now for $300. The 8-foot skeleton. Pocket
Really?
change.
Wow.
That's, I mean,
$300?
this thing is huge.
Wow.
Like, you hear 8 feet, and then you see 8 feet. This thing is huge, and it's fun. So I actually think
Wow.
$300 is that's reasonable.
Wow, look at this.
All right.
So I actually got a little bit of orange on my ghost by mistake.
That's
I wasn't
okay.
planning on
Maybe
it.
the light of the sky is
But
reflecting.
it's actually not a bad idea, right? That it will be reflecting.
So you see how, watch me paint the top half of this ghost. You see how adding that little color in the sky, it looks like almost
Yes.
white, but
Yes.
then that little color goes a long way because now this white
Yes.
is popping.
Amazing. Okay, now what's gonna happen to this lady?
All right, some more comments. And
Interesting. Some more comments. Okay.
Tinka said, please buy it at Joanne Fabrics. If I were to buy it,
It
of
was
course,
originally
Of course.
$600. Did you see?
Whoa.
Wow, half. So it's
All right.
50% off.
50%
so
off at
actually,
Joanne.
we are saving $300.
That's true when you put
Isn't
it that
it
way.
amazing?
When you put it that way.
Yeah. Wow.
Wonder Woman in Kansas. Hi. Hello. So, what is the Paris story that you mentioned Tuesday, Hayley? I don't know if I mentioned anything about Paris. I'm assuming it's maybe the fun facts that I learned in Italy when I went to the Vatican, which I can talk about in just a moment.
Yeah, the Olympics is in Paris now. Maybe
yes.
that's why, right?
Maybe. I don't know.
Okay.
I've never been to Paris.
Yeah. Yeah. So talk about Italy.
Yeah, one second. I'm
the
catching
fun
up
facts.
on comments. Carrie said, you guys are cracking me up. Must not cry laughing while trying to paint. Imagine. Well, I mean, we're artists. We've cried on our
Yeah,
paintings before.
all the time, all the time. And I spilled a can like that on an acrylic painting.
What a beautiful comment. Hold on. I'm sorry to completely ignore everything that you just said.
No. Please ignore, because then I'm going to tell a story. You all will be sobbing on your art.
Okay.
Just you wait.
Okay. Tinka said we had a huge apricot tree and rifle. The apricots were the size of plums, sugar sweet. That
I'm
sounds
so
delightful.
jealous. I'm so jealous. And how long, Tinka, were they available for eating them? Because it's like, I am super interested in that. And it's not that I have hopes of growing one in New England, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
You could. You have the yard for it.
No, but I mean the weather.
Oh, duh. Yeah. Yeah. It's unpredictable.
It's really unpredictable, and I don't know.
I have to read this comment out loud.
Please go ahead.
This just made my day. Well, first, Carrie said, definitely should not have put so much paint on my brush. That's okay. You do, and you learn, right? And then you could always just blend it and move it.
Why? We want to see what you did.
Yeah.
Can you share with us?
Show a photo. And then this is the comment I wanted to say. Kiara,
Kiara.
Georgie.
Yeah.
I just found this app last week through the Instagram Live, and the fact that the classes, tutorials that I've watched have been one with you two separately, and now you're together for one is so cool. It's so relaxing and fun at the same time.
I have chills.
I know, you just made my day. This is
and I know who Chiara is because she was asking questions
she found us
on his
Ortez's
Instagram.
And she was
Twice.
very active in
Right?
the comments
So
twice.
we're welcome. We're so happy to have you
So
with
glad
us.
that you finally made it over to the app.
Yes.
And I hope you are enjoying it and continue
I'm
to
all
enjoy
chills
it.
right now. I'm telling
That's
you.
Look, guess what? Next week, next Thursday, will be us again, together.
Yes.
Together again.
Yes.
So that's a lot of fun. Thank you so much.
Amazing.
You have no idea what that means to us.
Yes, the world. Oh, goodness.
So I'm just continuing to paint my ghosts. This one might go a little bit later because it is 10 of 7. So I just want to say, full transparency, Shira, if you need to leave, don't feel bad about sneaking out. Okay. That's 1. 2, we'll breeze through the rocks because simplify, and then we'll add some detail to our ghosts. But probably like a good 20 minutes we'll have to finish this painting.
Okay.
And what's nice about all of you painting with us is that there is no rush for you. You can finish this at any time.
Anytime.
If you want
time.
the guidance, at your fingertips, this will be in the app tomorrow, available on demand. So anything you missed or any refreshers, you can catch there around noon tomorrow. And then anyone that joined us on Instagram and stayed on Instagram, didn't check us out on the app, you can
follow
always come back.
Kira's advice.
Yes.
Join our Cupixel app. It's the most amazing experience that you will experience if you love art.
If we do say so ourselves.
Yeah, no, it's really true.
Speaking for, I know, not to speak for you, but I know that
you can speak
I kind of
for
am.
me.
It's the same with you and me. We both put so much of our own personal value into this.
Yes.
So.
It's so true. It is so true. Yeah, I always say that art should be available to everyone to create. I always say it, right?
No, but I'm saying like
that this is a value also. Like,
but what you do here.
Yeah.
You're like you were saying earlier, you're a perfectionist. I see you prepare for stuff. It's like we our own personal value we put into these live experiences. So
completely.
It means a lot to us.
Yes, means the world. Yeah. And you joining and growing the community. Back to the previous point I was making, that for me, creating art is about community, and it's about being able to share actually not perfect stuff. And yes, I expect perfectionism from myself, but
it's easy when
I learn. And when I see people that are allowing themselves not to go all the way and be perfect, then I actually do that too.
That's how you learn.
Yeah.
I say this a lot. I learn a lot in the lives.
Yes.
And it might look like, you're following me. I'm telling you, I'm guiding you through the experience.
Yeah.
The thing about the lives is that I'm quite literally forced to move on and deal with my mistakes or my accidents. That forces you to learn.
Yeah. And I'm meanwhile doing
You're doing the rocks?
The rocks.
I'm going to move on.
Okay. And
actually,
I chose black
surfboards.
And brown. And I'm going to be adding some red to it.
I'm going to do my surfboards real quick. I think I'm going to give like an orange kind of surfboard and do an orange and pink. That's fun.
They always go together well.
They do.
Once upon a time, I didn't think that because they're so close, right? But there was a time.
Oh yeah, but you gotta do like a rosy pink, you know?
Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh,
I don't need a lot for the surfboard, so I'm just going for it.
Gorgeous.
Now, what's your technique for the rocks?
I am just starting. So here I started with the low light. Here I'm going with highlight.
Ah, you're doing an orange highlight.
And I am actually going with some of the orange blended with some white. And this way, it will leave me only the part that I shadowed, that I put some shadow to make it darker. So that's approximately what I'm doing. There is no big planning in this. And they are also not like real rocks, right? So if you want to make them more realistic, definitely have to stick to darker tones. But for me, I start with the highlight and then I can move to low light. Okay, and maybe if I made this on the wrong side.
So what's interesting, I will always do like a highlight first.
Highlight.
Then I'll do the shadow.
See?
And then I'll blend them together.
Yeah, so exactly. So highlight first.
By the way, you guys, fun little thing that I've learned. When you're painting, when you're layering with yellow, specifically yellow or colors that have a lot of yellow in them, they tend to be obviously very bright, but very, not very transparent, more transparent than your other colors.
Right.
Especially if you have a dark color underneath. So a fun little hack that I want to share with you all is that if you mix in some white, it makes the color obviously a little bit lighter, but it makes it more opaque, oddly enough.
Very, very true. And it's because of the pigment that goes into the yellow. It's exactly what it does. So yellow is a color, yeah, that needs a few layers if you're trying to get it like, you know, without white. So any color that you want to layer on top of a darker color and it's bright, you better add white for the first layer and then you're
Let it dry.
totally able to go with another one. Okay, now I'm just gonna do.
I'll add some detail in my
rocks.
surfboard later on.
And then because the color is not dry, right? It's actually a good idea to clean the brush and blend them together with a dry brush. And that way you get this really nice rock. That is more like a nice hill than a rock.
Yeah, they're I kind
Look
of
at this.
like little
See?
mountains almost.
Yeah, it's a hill. So I don't know, maybe it's sand or whatever it is. I feel that with acrylic you can really go wild with color.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick to the same exact tint all the time. Because then you can either go over it with a darker tone or you can just layer a wider, like a brighter one as you go. So that is really cool. So can I tell you a story now?
Yes.
Meanwhile?
Oh, wait, I gotta talk about
Talk.
Italy.
Oh,
I'm
yes,
sorry, I'm
Italy,
sorry.
Italy,
Really quick,
Italy. Yeah,
my
go.
fun facts that I learned, Wonder Woman in Kansas. I hope you're still here. I'm so sorry. I toured the Vatican. Really beautiful. I mean, you know, Sistine Chapel and everything. The history there is insane. We did a 3.5-hour tour. And when I tell you, it was only just, like, I think it was so hot that it was just a half an hour too long. Like I was fully in it. Like it was so interesting. So
Weren't they rushing you also over there? When you go to the Vatican? Like
No, they're
they don't
Italian.
That was a really funny joke. It took me 2 minutes to get it.
Those are
Can
the
you
best
believe
ones.
it?
They're the best ones.
Oh my God!
Sorry, had to.
They were rushing me. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, the cops are outside.
Oh, yeah.
Your chair weights. Your electric chair weights.
Oh God.
No, it wasn't, they rush you through the Sistine Chapel.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, they rush you through. You're like packed in like sardines.
Exactly.
But we did a lot of like learning, like referring to the paintings in the Sistine Chapel and the artworks. We did a lot of that before we went in.
I
And then
see.
you also cannot take pictures in the Sistine Chapel.
Right.
Do you want to know why? Not because it's, the Sistine Chapel.
Paint,
No, not because of that.
Why?
Because it was purchased, like the copyright was purchased by like Japan or like a Japanese company.
me?
So the photos are not public domain. So if you take a photo, even though it's on your phone, it's your camera, you
You're
do not
doomed.
own the rights to that photo and you cannot.
So you're in Italia, but you're owned by Japan. That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Fun fact.
Fun
Didn't
fact.
know that.
But the more fun facts lie in the tea between Michelangelo and Raphael.
Yes.
Two of the greatest artists of all time had beef with each other. And first of all, Michelangelo was called by the Pope to do the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel first, I believe, and
Yes.
then was called back to do the large painting, The Last Judgment.
Right.
So just grabbing some browns for my
and as opposed
rocks.
to us, they had bad blood going.
They had bad blood, yeah.
It was really bad. Yeah,
yeah,
they were
so-
very jealous.
So Michelangelo was called to paint, it doesn't matter which one first, I can't remember, but
The Sistine, yeah.
he was like, no, because I'm not a painter, I'm a sculptor. And
Yeah.
the Pope was like, don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're doing it. And he's like, okay, I guess. I think it took him 6 years to do the ceiling. He went temporarily blind because every time he painted, the paint would
The
drip
paint
into
would
his
drip in.
eye.
Yeah.
Also, the blue that's in The Last Judgment, which is a lot of blue, it's
It's toxin. It's a toxin.
no, it's
No?
what's the
Lapis lazuli?
Yes, lapis lazuli, which is insane.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Lots of facts that I'm kind of just trying to spit out
Yeah.
at you all at once. But what's the next one?
Can you just talk about how Elana seems to know all this also?
Yeah, she does.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
When you were telling her the other day, she was like, "Oh, she's like finishing the answer."
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I come from art history also, and I did a lot of art curation, so I had to explain that, all
That's
of that,
fair. Yeah.
right, to people, to students, and so it's not by chance. It's because I had to learn that.
Fair. Okay, so, yeah, he had to learn how to paint. I think the painting itself, he did a really good job at because he worked with 3D form. So he
Yeah.
understood how to make something look three-dimensional.
Michelangelo, right?
Michelangelo. But he couldn't draw. So
Yeah.
guess what he used? Basically what we use today on the Cupixel app. He
Yeah.
used, just like Vermeer used like the camera obscura.
Obscura.
I don't know exactly what tool he used, but he used the same kind of method. He traced on the ceiling with charcoal. That blew my mind.
Right.
That blew my mind. So
Yeah, 'cause we were
Michelangelo and
thinking
Vermeer,
always-
two of the greatest artists of all time,
Yeah.
they had their tools.
Do we know how, like, what kind of rig he had to be able to be up there? Was he like laying down?
He built
being
his own
suspended?
scaffold.
And so
built-
he just was standing on
Yeah.
top of it. Oh my
No,
God.
he was lying.
Okay.
He was
but he-
lying
Lying,
on the
but, like,
on the
right
on
up
the
against the
scaffolds.
ceiling.
But
yeah,
he
on the scaffolding.
he built it himself.
Yeah, and also he was like Michelangelo. He was
Wait, what are you talking about?
like Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh.
I meant to say. Yeah, he was also dissecting bodies, and that's how he learned.
Oh yes, the human
Anatomy.
anatomy. Yeah, yeah, he was a genius.
Yeah.
So speaking of another genius, okay, Raphael. While Michelangelo was working on something in the Sistine Chapel, Raphael was summoned to
One
paint.
of the
The Pope's rooms or something like that. So
Yes.
there's two
Yeah.
rooms that have paintings all over the walls and ceiling by Raphael, and they're amazing. I mean, he's a genius as well.
Yeah.
They hated each other. They were both like geniuses, and they were only 10 years apart.
Like Gauguin and Van Gogh, by the way, the same story almost.
Monet and Monet.
Yeah.
So one night, they
And
just
money
hated each
and
other.
money can I say?
Yeah.
Money. It's very important to mention, because if they would be just working for the fun of it, they would never hate each other. The
That's
problem
fair.
was that they were commissioned by the Pope, and if they didn't get the commission, they would be out of work. So that was also part of it, you
But
know?
Michelangelo didn't even want to do it. He tried saying no.
Yeah, but he
So
wanted.
interesting.
Yeah,
But
he wanted him.
pride,
Pride,
Pride.
ego.
and they had it, let me tell you. So one night, Raphael, this was after like they were beefing for a bit, and he was just like, what, I just need to know, what is he working on in there? He won't show me, you know, he's being too proud. I just need to go see. So he waited until after Michelangelo left for the night, and he snuck into the Sistine Chapel, and he looked at his work, and he was like
Furious.
really
Furious.
good. So he stomped back over to his room where he was painting, and the thing about how they painted back in the day, it's not like acrylic or oil even, where you can just kind of layer, you know? You had to replaster the wall.
Yeah.
You had to completely replaster the wall, so it was not easy to cover anything up. He had finished a painting, and it was like, you know, of course, a lot of the paintings are very like biblical. So one of the saints he had painted in his painting, it was like the front and center of one of his huge wall murals. He went back over, he stomped back over after he saw Michelangelo's work, and he essentially plastered over the biggest part of his painting and made Michelangelo
Instead.
the saint,
Yeah.
to be like, I hate you, but I respect you. And I just thought that was really interesting.
That's
like
so fun. So
just like
amazing.
this pride
Yeah.
and the pettiness that they had even back then. It's just so interesting to me.
Fascinating. Really. Really, really fascinating.
Just to kind of go back to what we're doing, I'm sharing a bit about my process with the rocks, because I know rocks they appear very intimidating. I first kind of went in on my different sections of rock that I separated, went in with a little bit of like a highlight, that warm brown at the top left, thinking that the sunlight is kind of shining down over here. And then I went in with this really dark brown at the bottom of each rock. So if there's like a little separation,
Like the shadow.
it's a shadow, the shadow of the rock. And
Sounds like a movie.
the shadow of the rock.
Yeah. Right? Like it's
Gotta
it's
have Dwayne Johnson. in it.
yeah.
Of
like
course.
the shadow of the rock.
The whole movie is like
Dun, 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 dun.
him looking for his shadow, but he can't find it.
Hayley, it's not fair that we're laughing the same way. This is what? It's unbelievable. And then oh my God. Look what I'm doing to my surfing board. Oh my God. Well, see, it accumulates color and turns into whatever it wants.
I'm drawing some Van Dyke Brown. It is 7:08, everyone, so we're closing out in a few moments. We'll finish up our paintings. So if anyone would like to share their work,
Yeah, let's
even if
check
it's not
spaces.
done, I'd love to see. So I'll give you all a few minutes to do that before I go and check.
Yeah.
We'll finish up
What
here.
color? Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, what color are you thinking for the other surfboard? I forgot. She has a.
She has a
I
fishbowl.
have
Yeah,
a
fish bowl.
Yes, and I'm just almost getting to it.
What kind of fish are you gonna put in there?
Just, I don't know. What kind of fish do you want me to
Well,
put
I was
there?
only imagining a goldfish because you'd be bringing
Oh,
it to
yeah.
the ocean. So it'd
And
be
then
like,
what? It's gonna die in the ocean,
yeah,
no?
probably.
So maybe not a
A
goldfish.
tigerfish.
How about a shark?
World's smallest shark.
Yeah, I
It's a
don't know,
really
maybe,
big
Maybe
goat.
just a fin of a shark. Okay, here we
Burying its
go.
pet
Here
shark.
we go. Huh?
Having a burial for your pet shark.
Okay, I'm going to finish with the water here first because, of course, it's transparent, right? It has to be transparent. So I have this, and I'm also adding a little bit more streaks for the water as I go, because I already have the color.
Might as well.
Right?
I got to go back and add detail to my ghosts.
And now, me too. And now we're going to do the aquarium, the fish bowl. Okay, and I can't do it with this color, with this huge brush, so I'm moving into Artesa's tiny, tiny brush to get it right.
So Kiara said, and this is a response, it's 17 minutes ago, so this must have been a response to you, Hayley, about the next stream with both of you guys. She said, I'm so looking forward to it. Hopefully next week I'll have the materials to follow along as a live.
Please
as the
do.
live's
It's going to be
going
so
on.
much fun.
Take
Yeah.
a break from studying. For now, I'll definitely keep watching.
Nick, one more time. I'm so sorry. Something before
Hopefully next
study?
week I'll have the materials to follow along as the live is going on and take a break from studying. For now, I'll definitely keep watching.
What are you studying?
Yeah, and you know what? Art is the best study break. That's why we call the Tuesday the creative break.
Yeah.
Because it's like it's a quick 20-minute, 30-minute thing. If you can, throughout the workday or the school day, take a break. Take a creative break and create.
And then she commented again a few minutes ago and said, I love listening to History Tidbits. Give us all the art history. And then she said, camera lucida. So I think that's
Oh,
different
that's maybe
from
what he
obscure.
used.
Yes.
Thank you.
Camera lucida.
And I looked it up, and
Wow.
it's sort of like more like a little lamp, like crane kind of thing
Interesting.
that you bend over. I feel like they're kind of used today, almost like a projector neck.
Yeah.
And it just like has a mirror in it.
Wow.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, and I will definitely share more fun facts. I know I have more. I can't think of at the top of my head, but I'll be sharing. This is so good. I'll be sharing
so
stuff about
sweet.
my my trip. I'm sure for quite some time because a lot happened. A lot happened. It was interesting. I'm grabbing some gray and some black to work on the detail in my ghosts.
Okay.
And then I think I'm good to call it a beautiful day.
I think so too. Okay, let's have this, like a nice eye.
I grab my teeny tiny brush for this. Gonna be careful not to rest my hand on wet paint.
Oh, so true. So now I'm gonna leave the fishbowl alone for a few minutes. I'm just going to do, what am I putting on them? Well, she deserves a nice wreath. How do you call it? Like something like this?
Oh, like a flower crown?
flower crown.
Very cute.
Exactly, right? And now
Yeah,
I
it seems
need-
like something like that would have like one word that was perfect. for
Yeah,
it.
right. I'm sure. I want to say they're.
It probably
Like
is,
a
but it's probably
halo?
not English. I think me and Elana looked this up before.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, and I think it's another language.
We love another language. Okay, so now just the petals.
Oh, a laurel wreath. I guess it's still
Floral.
laurel. It is a wreath, though.
It's a
Yeah.
wreath, right? Wreath. However-
Aretha Franklin. Sorry.
A garland? No.
No. Okay, some orange. You said that orange and pink go well together.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go. Some orangey flowers.
I'm adding some gray on this left side of the ghosts just to indicate that's in the shadow, and then blend it out with some white.
going to get green glasses. Right? A ghost needs glasses that will be appropriate for their face, no? Something like that?
I don't know. I gave mine classic aviators in my first painting. I think I'll do the same.
Okay. And do they have, like, if I, okay, this is just for the fun of it, right?
Of course.
Okay. And some. we can make nice goggles, like, you know what, like something like this,
a snorkel.
Like I will try it. Okay, maybe for her. What will she have? Blue goggles?
Oh, that's
purple?
So pretty.
Maybe purple, like this. Yours are very fine. I love them.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited for next week's live.
Me too.
That is right up my alley, personally.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll be a lot quicker. A lot quicker than this one.
You think?
I think so.
We'll
More
see.
time for conversation, though, you know.
I don't know if it's going to be a lot quicker.
Okay.
But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll figure
Either
it
way,
out
I'm here for
as
it.
we go.
Adding some sunglasses.
I'm happy to spend time with you again.
Me
Okay,
too.
now, since Tinka gave them, was it Tinka who gave them?
Mouths? That was Carrie.
Mouth? Carrie, okay. I think maybe we should do that too. No, at least I will do it on mine.
Look at those glasses. She looks like Janis Joplin. Oh, you inspired me.
Right? Isn't she so 60s? Okay. Now I'm gonna do the shadow.
I'm gonna give her an orange flower. Look at all this paint I've like leaned on. I'm just glad I didn't get it anywhere else in my painting.
Okay, we have this shadow going on. And this too. And now, ready for the white. I actually smeared some of the white, see? Over here.
Oh,
Over
that's
here.
okay.
See? So now I'm going to correct it with a brush stroke of positive orange. Here we go.
Beautiful.
Okay. Now, some water in the tank. How am I going to do the water in the tank? Maybe like this. That's not an easy task, right? Because I need to add maybe like that.
Like make the bowl shiny.
And make the bowl shiny too, right? Okay, so some water.
Oh man,
And
all right,
then
I'm
the
just catching up
bowl
on
share.
spaces. We've got quite a few shares. Tinka shared her progress throughout, but Donna Marie, I have to say,
Beautiful.
beautiful. The rocks
Tinka.
are very well done.
It's
Need to
beautiful,
figure out what to
yes.
put on their heads or faces. I think sunglasses are classic. Maybe even like a little sun hat. I did a little
Yes.
flower
Crown.
on hers, a little flower crown.
Yeah, you can
Janis
do-
Joplin
Maybe
sunglasses.
it's a flower crown.
A wig. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
That's what I said.
All right.
I screamed it in your ear.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, flower crown, flower crown, flower crown.
Yes,
You
it
didn't
is
hear
a flower crown. You're right.
me?
Okay.
Yeah, Donna Marie's progress is beautiful. Tinka's progress is great. My work so far, I love the colors that you're using, your color palette. It's very, very spooky, summery. Very
Wow,
nice.
look at this. Marie Poto.
I'm
Marie Poto.
This was fun. Congratulations on your engagement. Thank you so much, and very, very well done, especially in the rocks.
I love it. Yeah, it's very... Actually, realistic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can
Very.
like feel
It's
those
realistic.
Yeah,
I
those are
love it.
sharp. Those rocks, you don't want to
Yes.
step on them barefoot.
Wow.
Beautiful. And I'm not sure, I don't think I recognize your username, so unless you changed your username, I'm going to assume this is our first time, or at least my first time,
Yes, it
being
is
connected
for
with
us.
you. So welcome. I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you join us for future lives. Thank you so much
We'd
for
love
sharing.
to see you. We'd love
Beautiful
to see
work.
you here.
Carrie's ghosts are so cute.
Yeah.
She said, first time with acrylic. So much fun and so much to learn. Really great job, especially for first time with acrylic. The colors are, I can see that you got a nice like use of control with your acrylic.
Yeah.
To be able to grate those
And I like
block
the
shapes.
fact that you dedicated a corner for the sun.
Yes. Classic.
Yeah.
Tinka's another update on her
Amazing.
work is beautiful.
Yeah.
My work so far added a few more highlights in the rocks. Stunning. I will have to finish up later. Got a dinner reservation. Well, enjoy and bon appetit.
Oh, I'm
sweet
hungry.
Tinka.
Can I join you?
I know, I'm hungry too.
I'm very hungry.
All right.
Okay.
I have to just catch up on some comments here, and then we'll be good to close out because we are done, or we're finishing up now.
Yeah.
I want to give Nick the floor for a sec. For no reason, just if you want to talk or anything like that while I catch
is
up
there
on
something
comments.
I forgot about? You know what? You know what I can do is show everyone your wonderful engagement photos.
Oh, thank you.
You won't be able to like see them live.
Lucky
but-
you who stayed until the end.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll cycle through some of them now.
Yeah, my
here.
my lovely fiance hired a photographer.
So cool.
And it was a very
So
surprise
cool.
thing. I just thought we were taking a scenic photo with Italy, you know, in the background. And she was hiding, and she caught it all on camera.
Romantic.
And I'm crying. I'm sobbing in half of them. And sweating. It was so hot. Didn't know how safe the apricots were based on the soil.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Because I was planning to go home and plant a tree.
Carrie said, Hayley, thanks for the tip on the yellow. I was just starting to use yellow when you mentioned that. My pleasure. I hope it worked. Kiara's studying for my medical boards.
Okay.
Definitely take a break without some
genius.
Tuesdays.
Yeah. Oh
Definitely.
my
You
gosh. Take
need
a
that.
Yeah.
You need that.
Oh
Definitely.
my gosh. And
Smart decision.
kudos
Wow.
for what you're doing. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
So, hello, we got a genius in the building.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wonder Woman in Kansas said, fantastic story. Thanks for sharing your experiences in Italy, not Paris yet. My pleasure. Happy to talk and talk and talk. Anyone who would listen. And then Paris is definitely on my travel bucket list.
Definitely.
So I'm sure I'll have stories from Paris whenever I go to Paris, whenever that may be. Destination
definitely-
wedding, anybody? No. Carrie said, Hayley, I need to restart my live membership for Super Smash Brothers. Oh, that's right. It's like an extension. I think you have to pay for it. Wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
Um,
I'm just adding more
just adding
stuff.
some more
So you
stuff?
know what? I'm done. The minute you drop
and then she added
The brush.
glasses. And then this is, I believe it's I Marie Poto, unless it's L Marie Poto, or Emery or Emery. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Emery Poto.
And this is only the second time.
It's amazing.
Only the second time.
It's really,
and I
really
hope
amazing. Beautiful.
I hope the second time is as good as the first, and I hope the third is as good as the second, and I hope to see you again.
Wow. Wow. And
yeah,
also it's not a square, right?
Doesn't look like
it's a rectangle, which is also really cool. Really beautiful. I like it. And I like the gray sky and the water, very serene. Beautiful. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you. Let's get this guy home to his baby, huh? Guys, thank you so much for joining, whether you joined on the app or on Instagram. I appreciate you if you painted with us or if you just hung out. I hope you enjoyed. I know we had a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Got away from us. Time got away from us.
Time for our glasses. Let's put them back.
So next week,
next
we will be joining you. Elana will be leading the way.
Yes.
We are going to be doing a cat.
A watercolor cat.
With pencil as well. So kind of mixed media. So if you want to prepare your materials for then, you'll need some watercolor paints and pencil and a permanent marker.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed. I know I definitely did. I had a lot of fun.
It was wonderful. Thank you so much. It was great creating with you. Wow. Really amazing.
You're the best.
Love creating with Hayley.
Yes, it's so much fun. Nick, thank you. Shira, thank you. You guys want any last words?
Hayley, thank you.
Bye. Bye. Get out of here. I can't believe you just did. Bye. Seriously.
Thank you, guys. See you next week. Same time, same place.
Bye. Thank you.